Yo, yo, yo. It's fucking 8 a.m. We down here by the water. We got chemtrail skies today, unfortunately. So no blue out right now. No sun. Just a white monster cocaine paradise in the sky. So I am going to finally breach upon the topic of my specific field in life. The music industry is demonic slop peddled by dark forces meant to indoctrinate, influence, and program the listeners, the masses, the mainstream to adopt a certain way of being or a certain perception of the world that is the most manipulatable, and controllable. So the mainstream music. So when I say the music industry, this is anybody ever that has a following. Well, it's more that you can do this as an independent artist, but you just won't go mainstream. That's what I'm doing, bro. I'm not trying to be some fucking signed to a label. That's some gay ass shit, bro. I'm just like, that's satanic as fuck. I ain't selling my soul, bro. So in order to get anywhere in music these days, you gotta sell your soul. Now, that's like a folklore to a lot of mainstream people, but it's fucking real, bro. You ever wonder why people get overnight success in the industry and then they all of a sudden have all this support and backing from mainstream outlets, radio stations, labels, music distributors, streaming services and platforms, blah blah blah? It's because they sold their soul. They may not be aware that they did. A lot of artists aren't even aware what they even fucking agreed to or signed up for. They're just like, ooh, I just want to make music. I want to be famous. And then that's how they get you. And then you see a lot of artists like Tupac, Biggie, they're all pawns. Same with X. They're all pawns. They're all part of the system from start to finish. But during their time in the system, they did start to have a little bit of a spiritual awakening, start to preach out or talk about certain things they weren't supposed to that violated that contract, bro. And that's when they get gunned down, man. You ever wonder why artists die young after they start yapping or going crazy? I mean, it's the same thing with Hollywood, bro. Think of Jim Carrey, Shia LaBeouf. Bro, let's go. In order to get any ounce of fame, I'm not saying any ounce of attention, traction, or following. I'm saying any ounce of fame and support from the mainstream, from the tech giants, the conglomerate. You must sell your soul. Now, shit. Shit. It's a little early, man. We wake it up. Now, there's two ways to make it in this world if you're in the entertainment industry. One, sell your fucking soul and make it through Satan in the Matrix. Or two, do it through God, the Most High. Now, you have to be one or the other. There is no middle ground. I know life ain't black and white, blah, blah, blah. But in this case of gaining fame in this world, there's only two routes you can take. Everybody takes the fucking first one. Sell my soul. You don't even have to be a rapper rapping about killing people to sell your soul. Bro, a lot of these folk artists, like Bro, this one fucking made me laugh, bro. Yo, even Noah Khan, bro. Oliver Tree, bro. Skrill, yo. Shit. Almost like everybody I know. So they sold. And I get it. They may not have known what they were doing, but they still did it. Which means you went against your soul. You went against your divinity. You went against God. Technically. I'm not calling you an evil human being. I'm saying you made a poor decision. And that poor decision is going to fuck you up along with everybody who listens to your music. So what they do, why do they do this? Why does Satan run the music industry? For one, this world is Satan's playground, bro. Satan has free reign over this fucking planet. God has ultimate dominion over the universe, but he allows Satan to have his little fucking simulation fun because we need that contrast in life. That good, bad, yin, yang, blah, blah, blah. That polarity we need in life in this world. So, this is Satan's world. So anything you do through this world, through the physical realm, the matrix, you're doing it through Satan. Now, God, you can do it through God as well, but everybody has free will and free choice, so God will not help you out unless you literally request it, let God in, embody your true self, deprogram yourself, reprogram yourself, and walk in the light of the Most High God, Source, Spirit. And that's when you will get that boost. Because God will work on your inner, he'll work on your soul to get you ready for that main stage. The devil doesn't do that. The devil just says, yo, just sign this dotted line and yeah, I'll get you worldly carnal things. The women, the money, the fame, the attention, the constant dopamine streams, the connections, the life you've always wanted. As you know, anything material in this realm is not of God, in a sense. It, like, obviously he's the creator of everything, but it's more like God is the etheric. Satan is the one that runs this physical matrix. Think of it like this. Yeah, think of it like this. Think of like the video game Grand Theft Auto. That game is, let's just for example's sake, that game is Satan's world simulator. And literally anything you do in that, like, that's Satan's simulation, bro. That's his map. Those are his buildings. Those are his characters. Blah blah blah. But the game developers, the game designers, that whole back end is God. But the format of the game is to have the individual partake in pleasures of the physical realm. And God is just chilling there like, I wonder what he's gonna do. He has free will. They can do whatever the fuck they want. I'm chilling. I'm just spectating. I'm watching them. But when a character goes like, I don't want to do any of this. I want to play the game how the game designers want it to be played. I don't want to type in cheat codes. I don't want to do all this shit. I want to get the best experience through the source that powers this game. That's when God will sit up and be like, oh shit, all right, we got a rider, bro. All right. If you want my power, you got to do X, Y, Z, and I'll give it to you. And then that's what you do. That's really just ascension, bro. Even these rock stars, like, the parents really was right. It really is that devil music. And it's like, it's interesting because you can tell audibly and you could feel the energy of artists and groups that are of God and did it through God, and artists of groups who did it through the devil. The ones that do it through God are very rare. It's not like every artist you like is through God. No, I guarantee you, if I pick apart anybody's playlist, maybe 2% of their music would be music from God. So, Coco Beat Flow, why does this matter? What does this even have to do with anything? Why should this impact my decision on who I listen to? Well, I'll tell you, Sonny. If you'll shut the fuck up and listen up. The reason why you have to sell your soul to get to a giant label is because they don't want you producing your own music. Because when you do everything yourself, you do it through God, through the soul. But when you get part of a label, they want full control. Not just because you're an asset, but because you become the weapon of the Matrix to sedate the masses further without your knowledge most of the time. A lot of these artists is involved in satanic, ritualistic, sacrificial bullshit like X. Not the best person, bro. Bro was into some dark, heinous shit. Now, I'm all for the occult. The occult just means the unseen. If you're a Christian, you go to church on Sunday and you worship God. You technically are part of the occult because you dabble in the unseen. Isn't that funny? The occult is neutral. It's what you tap into. That's the game changer. And the reason why the entertainment industry is prime time for God versus the devil is because the entertainment industry is mainly based off a creative essence, a creative spark in an individual. Music, it's about my soul's creativity, my creation, my creative force, my life essence. Acting, it's about my expressions. It's the same shit. It's not like you're an accountant doing creative no. And plus, entertainment is what the masses tap into for entertainment. They eat it up. They don't fucking pay attention to John, the accountant at this firm. They pay attention to this star that makes their music, is in their movies, in their TV shows they're fucking addicted to. The YouTube channels, bro, even YouTubers too. And they do. How do they do this though? When you get signed to a label, they want rights to they own you because they own your soul. But they actually, why they want you under their label rather than being an independent is because they want access to the beats, the instrumentals. Because they like throwing in specific frequencies that are inaudible to the human ear when you're listening to it, but there's such low frequencies your ear can't pick up, but your body and your tuning fork can. So when they blast you with low frequencies in a song, when you think it's even the happy songs of like mainstream music, like let's say, I don't fucking know, Kesha, Sheryl Crow, Stevie Ray Vaughan, even good music, bro. I admit there's some good music out there, but like, you have to limit yourself. It's a treat because when you expose yourself to that music, you're literally hypnotizing yourself. Because when you're exposed to low frequencies, your tuning fork will match that low frequency. So you think you're bopping to your music and you're like jamming out, putting your energy into that song, which the artist and the label and the satanic bullshit in charge of that music is receiving your high energy from you listening to it. and you're receiving this dog shit low frequency from them. And a lot of the times there's subliminal messaging in music as well to keep you programmed to perceive the world a certain way. For instance, the most blatant, obvious, most easily explainable example is modern rap, gangster rap. And that gave rap a bad rap. Because, as you can see, if you've heard my music on this channel, I'm on Apple Music, Spotify, everywhere. Cocoa Bean Flow. I make my music in the light of God. I'm open about it, bro. I'm fucking open about it. And I do it differently. I don't play these low frequencies. I actually, my shit's high vibe as fuck, bro. Because I want people to rise. And that's why my come up is a little bit different than your typical rapper, because a lot of rappers will do anything to get that label deal, anything for that label, anything for that record deal, anything to sign, anything for that shmoolah. They'll do anything, man, because more than half the time they're already cooked and fucked to begin with, so they're like, oh fuck it, I just want money, fuck bitches, get money. It's like, rap isn't about that. Rap is just the tempo and the style. Rap shouldn't be about this bullshit. But you don't find artists like myself. And you especially don't find artists like myself in the mainstream outlets. Because we're not allowed in to the satanic club. Because we are not from Satan. We are from God, the Most High. But after God finishes his work with you, he will elevate and promote you through the light. And artists have done that before. I've seen it happen, man. In real time, I've seen it happen. When an actual artist of God or of the light, even if they don't know it, an artist of the light, when they actually start picking up some traction, a lot of the times God will take an independent artist, build them, and have them build their own conglomerate and their kingdom outside of the matrix, so they are sustainable. They don't rely on these labels. They just like have steady income. They don't get absurdly famous, but you know, they get a few hits and then they get a following, and that's God going, yeah, that's your fucking gift, man. That's what you deserve. You don't need to be selling your soul for no bullshit. And all mainstream music is peddled by literally one individual, one label, and bullshit. So, there's obviously an objective and a motive. And Rick Rubin has come out saying a lot of weird, suspect things about their music these days. How there's often altars and rituals going on in the production recording studio to manipulate the energy the artist is outputting into the track. So let's say they'll do a ritual. Oh, whoever listens to this is going to be in low vibe forever. Ha ha ha. And then they'll do the ritual while the artist is recording. And those energies will get intertwined to that master, that track, the master track file that gets blasted out into radios, blah, blah, blah. So now anybody who listens to that song is influenced by that ritual. Worst offenders in rap is like Drake, Kendrick Lamar, Rick Ross, bro. Anybody, bro. DJ Khaled. How do you think these rappers pop out of nowhere? Just sign on the dotted line, sonny. And we'll open the doors to the kingdom for you. So that's honestly why I don't listen to music. I say all the time, because people be like, oh, you rap, so who do you listen to? And I'm like, aside from myself, nobody. I don't need that kind of influence in my life. I keep my frequency clean, so everything I output is entirely myself. I don't need no program. I don't need to be hypnotized by this bullshit. I mean, it won't work on me anyway now that I'm one with, but still, I don't even think it's good music. And like, I knew this as God has always put that God touch on me since a kid. I always fucking knew it. I said multiple times on this channel, I always fucking knew it. I always fucking knew it deep down. Everyone called me crazy, so I shut the fuck up, and I never took it seriously. And then like now, but like, cause I would hear mainstream music that all my friends loved that they'd play, and I'd be like, dude, that's garbage. And they're like, why? Why are you a hater? Why do you hate everything? They show me a movie. I'm like, this movie's garbage. The acting's terrible. I don't like the messaging behind it. I can detect all the underlying psychological curveballs that they're trying to throw at the audience to make them think a certain way. Blah blah blah. I pick up on everything. Always have. Always have. Intuition's on fucking flake, bruh. And they'd be like, oh, you're just a hater. Eric hates everything. Oh, he just hates. He's a hater. And I'm like, I'm not a hater. I just don't like any of this shit. I don't know why, but I can dissect everything in a second and tell you if it's good shit or not. And all the shit that people listen to is not good shit. And that's God putting that radar inside of me as a little breadcrumb saying, all this music and shit is terrible. So what are you gonna do about it? What did I do about it? I became one with God. And he powered me the fuck up. I got juiced up, bro. And now I'm making better music, man. And I'm only going, every time I record, I get better and better. And I make more breakthroughs each and every time. Bro, I never regress. And that's proof that that force is working inside of me, man. And there's a lot of sex magic that goes on in modern rap music as well. Like X was infamous for, him and Ski Mask, the Slump God, I believe that's what his name was. They literally put audio of that Ski Mask or some fucking guy banging porn stars in their music. Imagine you're just going about your day trying to be in the light of God, and then you have subliminal banging going on in your head, man. That's low vibe as fuck. That's low chakra as fuck. That's just not it, bro. It's gonna fuck with your frequency and your vibration. That's why you gotta be very careful. You be careful of who you get around. Be careful of what you ingest, not just with food, not just water, not just with consumables, but with audio. What do you ingest? What do you consume? Because you are what you eat. You are what you consume. You are who you're around. So when you're around all this demonic music, all around these low vibes, low frequencies, these rituals in the music, this magic, this bullshit, you become that. That's how they program you. For instance, if you were to get around, if you never golfed in your life and you spent 2 weeks with golfers, I guarantee you, you're gonna become a golfer. It's the same. I saw it with powerlifting all the time. Be powerlifting in the gym, and then a new kid who never really powerlifted would come up and ask a few questions, and he'd get around me, I'd make friends with him, and the next thing you know, dude's fucking signing up for his first meet. And you can really tell someone's vibrational state by who they listen to. It's not me judging. We don't judge. We observe, as we are the observers of our reality. So I observe people what they ingest, who they listen to, what movies they watch, what TV shows they watch. And you can really dissect and analyze an individual and their current state of vibe. But my gripe isn't with the individuals listening to the music. You can only put so much blame, if you will, on them. A lot of 99% of them are unaware of what's going on. They don't even know this is a thing. And they probably think I sound crazy for even proposing this, but I'm not lying. Find documentaries of this shit anyway, bro. Bro, literally just read an autobiography of X's life. Or Tupac. Like, even Tupac was a pawn, bro. Cobain was a pawn. A lot of them get off because they try and get out of these deals, but they aren't allowed to break contract, bro. Excuse me. Very interesting phenomena and the entertainment industry is. And like, think about it like this. Bro, the devil is the god of the Old Testament, bro. If you read the Bible, you're reading a book about Satan. I'm not saying Satan as in like Lucifer, potentially. I'm saying Satan as in the demiurge. Satan is in the inverse of God, the false light matrix that we live in, the Maya, the illusionary realm. God is above that. The Most High is above the God of the Old Testament, because the God of the Old Testament was literally said that he is a jealous God, and God is not jealous. The demiurge in Gnosticism is jealous, and he is the one that has dominion over this world, that actually created this physical realm, this matrix, to have his fun. And he actually believes he's the Most High, but he's not. He's the ignorant God. So that's not who I am tight with. I'm tight with the Most High. And you got to break through several layers of illusion to get in contact with the Most High, but you always can, as it is inside of you. There is no God up there. There is no God in the church, in the temple. Bro, you don't have to go to anywhere to worship. So, God doesn't even want to be worshipped. God is you. He wants you to go fuck the world up in the most loving way, to make a positive dent in this world, and to make changes. Be the change, bro. And that's what God wants. He doesn't want you to worship him to, oh God, oh God. No, that's what an insecure, jealous God deity would do. I would want. Even like, I made a video about the EDM and festival and concert scene with energy harvesting as well. Their concerts are just there to harvest your energy and to make money, and to put on a show to distract the masses. That's literally what it is. Like, it's in the system's benefit to have your favorite artist do a concert and to have you go wild and have a great time at it. It's literally in their best interest, because you output this hella great energy, these high vibes, and they harvest it, and now it's theirs. And then they dispel this musical bullshit, these low frequencies and bullshit, this magic into your fucking ears. It's a terrible exchange, and you get the lower end of the stick. She's out. So, and they make money. But when I started really understanding what was going on in the music industry, I really want nothing to do with it, man. That's why I like when people come up to me or DM me and they're like, oh, we got an opportunity for you, or oh, how about you use my beats, or hey, I can promote your shit, or you want to, it's just like, no. Or you want to collab? No. I don't need my frequency being obscured due to another party who may not be from the Most High fucking with my shit. And since I'm doing this to the Most High, the most powerful force, the universe, I don't need shit, bro. I don't need help or handouts, bro. I just do this through God, bro. I do my job as a good little spiritual gladiator, and I just be myself and make music, and I'm rewarded for it. And I get gifted more skills for it. I get better because of it. As an independent artist doing it through God, your job isn't to worry about the only thing you gotta worry about is building yourself, getting a tighter relationship with God, and just grinding. Not overworking like hustle culture, but like every day, bro. You gotta take at least one step towards that calling. Whether it's you make 10 songs in a day, or whether you're so tired and whatever, you literally go in and tweak one knob, one dial on one instrument on one track, and that's all you can literally energetically afford to do, but you did one thing. That's all that matters. One step every day. That's it. That's all I need to do. And it's tough sometimes, because a lot of times you see these demonic artists get instant traction, instant fame overnight, and you can't help but think like, God damn, man. But at the same time, it's like, do you really want to be a part of that? Answer is most likely no. This is how you maintain your soul in the steady process of being built through God, rather than quick overnight success. You get all this material pleasures. Like, for instance, God will give you more pieces of your soul that you lost. God will give you that kingdom and give you fulfillment when you do it through Him. When you do it through Satan, you get the worldly, carnal pleasures, the money, the sex, the drugs, whatever the fuck people want, the gang banging, the trafficking, whatever, man. You know what they fucking pedestalize in this music industry. Yeah, so I rarely listen to music. It's the same with YouTube, man. Gotta be careful with these YouTubers, especially if they got a high follower count, man. If they're making all this money off YouTube, bro, think about it like this. If someone is allowed in the entertainment industry to have all this influence, all this say, this whole following, all this influence, and all this money, they're allowed to have it. They have to play ball, literally. These demonic rappers out here fondling balls, bro. Same with politics, bro. To get anywhere, you gotta do that. And it's bad with actors too. Why do you think all these actors look so young, bro? Just look at the fucking red bracelets they all got on. Look at the fucking Black Eye Club. They're all into the fucking Vril bullshit. The Adreno. It's all one. It literally is all one big club. And not just politicians. Not just the families. But the entertainment industry too. Because people spend more time with music, movies, TV shows, and influencers, celebrities, than they do with focusing on politicians. So the money maker, where the evil magic really, the dark magic really happens, is in the entertainment industry. So be careful who you listen to. Know what your artists are about. Yeah, the song sounds nice, but maybe y'all can't pick up on these energies like I can, but the fact that I can, I'm telling you what it is, bro. Like, this is real shit. I'm not lying. The fuck? I'm trying to bring awareness, because anyone who speaks out about this who has influence, because the ones that who have influence are already sold their soul away. So when they speak out to bring awareness to the shit, they get capped, they get killed, they get into a crash, they get into a gangbang, they get gunned down, they disappear, they kill themselves even though they weren't suicidal, they overdose. Like, see, can't be having them speak out and breaking contracts like that, man. Tisky, tedious. That's why I don't watch movies, I don't watch TV shows, I don't watch music. I keep my shit clean, head down, just like me. Yeah, and I don't watch YouTube. It's really sad, man. But times is changing. These systems is crumbling and being exposed for the corruption. So maybe in due time, maybe I'm leading the charge, man. Maybe we're leading the charge. First of our kind. Do it through God, on display for the whole world, to expose all the faulty systems and to reveal who is really fucking in charge here. Reveal what this shit is really all about. Because God don't fuck around, bro. When you take God seriously, God takes you seriously. When you put in work for God, God puts in work for you. The universe meets you halfway. As long as you go that distance, which is that half, which is your responsibility. Every time you take one step, God will take one step for you to achieve your dream. I can't with these artists, man. And like a lot of times, like my sister and a lot of people are really into this Noah Khan guy. And sure, his music's all happy on folklore. I'm just like, bro obviously sold his soul. There's no way he didn't. He's getting all these big ass gigs all of a sudden everywhere. I'm like, it wasn't very organic. It was just like, yo, Fenway Park doesn't put motherfuckers on their shit unless they're part of the club, bro. Like I said, a lot of these artists don't even know. They just signed thinking they just fucking signed like Apple terms and conditions. A lot of them don't even read the shit. And when they read it, they don't even understand it. And if sometimes they do understand it, they don't even care. They just want the fame, man. It's sad, bro, how weak people are to succumb to earthly carnal pleasures. Nah, we want spiritual fulfillment. We do this through God, bro. Fantastic example of God providing fulfillment is I haven't even gotten my traction yet, and I'm already fulfilled way more than I ever even dreamed of. I'm the version of myself I always dreamed of. Actually, I'm better than the version I always dreamed of. I asked to be this person 10 years ago. Every night I'd be up praying to fucking God, sometimes with tears, most of the time with tears, just like, yo, help. Like, make me this person, make me your fucking weapon. Here I fucking am, years later, doing it. And they hate to see it. Oh, they hate to see it. But the ones around me that are from God love to see it and support me and help me. It's not a lot of people Less than a handful. And it's not the people closest to me. It's the ones I've met that are on my wavelength. And the ones that are there for me, like my cameraman, for my music videos. It's these people that want you to win that you take up to the top with you when you get there. It's all the doubters and the non-believers that are the ones that are obsessed with this matrix, this physical reality, this 3D hell realm we call Earth. But then again, heaven and hell are states of mind and embodied frequencies and vibrations of being. They are not places you go when you die. Heaven and hell are right here, right now. Everywhere, all at once. It's a view. It's which one you tap into. It's all perspective. Not just perspective, but embodiment. Understanding. I've been in heaven for a while, man. I'm loving it. And it's all these people that are obsessed with the demonic bullshit that are all living like the lives they don't even like because they're so far away from God, man. But I've already been going for 41 minutes. Shit. I don't even know if I touched upon everything I want to touch upon. If I didn't, I'll make a part 2. If anyone's got any questions on this kind of shit, I know a lot. Peep my earlier video about concerts, raves, and festivals being energy harvesting events. Talk about technomancers, techno shamans, energy harvesting, loosh harvesting, how they actually go about doing it, like how the process actually works of your energy going into their bullshit, their energy going to yours. It's just, people watch that video, man, and I'll make a part 2 if I have to. Probably will, knowing me, down the line. But I just want to talk about this, wake myself up. It's now 9 o'clock, so I'm going to get going. I got a lot of music videos and songs to edit. So with that being said, have a wonderful day, have a wonderful life. Go with the flow for you got nowhere to go, bro. Stay tuned. I got a new album dropping, bro. Oh, shit. I got so much good shit coming y'all's way. Shit, stay up to date on my YouTube and stay blessed. I hope you stay blessed, never stressed. Don't worry about the rest. I hope you have a very blessed and abundant day, my guy, my gal, my shawty, my playa and my shawty. Shit. My players and my shawties. All right. Yeah, you know. Y'all know who you is. Shit. Especially the shawties. All right. Take care.